What is up, you guys? Gamer Live Studio here, back at it with another off the top video. And today I'm here to do a recap. In the past couple of weeks, things has gone down from the Xbox showcase, the PlayStation State of Play, and a whole bunch of things just dropping. And I couldn't really get to it because, again, I had my job situation. I had some other things going on that I'm working on. I've been helping out with my family and stuff. And I'm also planning on going on vacation very soon. I will be making that announcement next week. But in this video, I figure, you know what? I know I will be making so many videos and I may not get to it all. So I figured that I might as well just do kind of like a recap on everything that's going down, give you my overall thoughts and opinions on it, and seeing some of the things that I have heard. And I wanted to do a reaction to it, to all of this, but like, again, I didn't have the time for it. So, and it's pretty much hot. Going out more, doing this, and just a whole bunch of other stuff. So I will be making that announcement next week about the vacation situation and how long I'm going to be gone. Also, in this video, in this recap, I'm not really going to be talking about the games until next week, because next week I think is going to be Steam Summer Sale. I don't know if you guys have been from, I think the last year when I did it last year, where I just, went on there, brought a bunch of games, talk about some games and stuff like that. So I figure, like, you know what, since this whole, PlayStation Showcase, Xbox, and all these other third-party games that I have seen in the last couple of weeks back, and I wanted to talk about it and stuff, and Game Fest and stuff like that, I said, you know what, I might as well save it for next week. When we do the Steam Summer Sale, we'll buy some games, we'll talk about some games, wish list some games and stuff like that, and I think it'll be more beneficial for everyone. And I'll probably will be on live, so if you want to join me in that live event, Steam Summer Sale and stuff like that, and you want to come in, talk about some games, what you like and stuff like that, feel free. I'm going to be there. I'm going to talk about some stuff, and also we're going to be buying some games too, because it's going to be on sale. So it's really cool. I don't think they announced it yet, or they probably going to be announcing it next week, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be soon. That's what I heard so far. So if you haven't been there for the summer sales and stuff, we just basically we just browse a bunch of stuff, seeing what's on sale, talk about some games and stuff like that, wish list some games and stuff. So it'll be very cool. So it'll be a great time to stop by, talk about some games, talk about Game Fest and Summer Games Fest and stuff like that, Jeff Keighley. So I think it'll be a lot of fun. So if you want to be there, tune in next week. I'm pretty sure it's going to start next week. I think I checked on it, and they said it's going to start next week before heading into the July. With the whole 4th of July and all that weekend stuff. So yeah. So there's that. So without further ado, if you do enjoy the video, make sure you like, share, comment, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And without further ado, let's get started with this video. It is hot. It's like 80 degrees. I might turn on this AC on if it does get too uncomfortable in here, but I got my water. Seems to be good. And let's talk about it. So again, I'm not going to talk about the games in this one, but give you a general overall where I stand, what I have seen in this showcase and stuff like that. Xbox put out a really good showcase. I don't think it's as better than last year's showcase. Last year's showcase was absolutely amazing. I gave this one, I think it was about a BB plus. And then PlayStation got a C minus, or maybe a C plus, like around there. So we already know that, again, the Xbox showcase once again has been dominating Um, every time when they do their developer direct, it's always be dominating over the PlayStation State of Play. It feels again lackluster. I don't think it's as bad as last year's. I think this one was pretty good, but again, in terms of their lackluster lineup, I'm just not feeling it. It's no point of still getting a PlayStation 5 and stuff. Seems like there's a lot of third-party games, and a lot of people are wondering where is all those first-party game titles, right? Where are those at? What's going on, right? I you know, like, again, just so you know, like, again, I'm not, you know, making stuff up about it and all that stuff. I'm gonna just go to my channel real quick. I don't know if I could do it on here. Hold on for a minute. Let me just go click it over here for a minute. That way you don't see it. Okay, there we go. Alright, so I'm logged into my channel. Let's view it. I think I did made a post about it and stuff like that. Also, you can go and watch my reaction videos on both of them. So I did both of them right here. So I did the Microsoft Showcase and that. I didn't do Game Fest. Again, I'm busy. I'm doing other stuff. Usually I just cover the main two ones. I don't really care about Nintendo all that much. But I'm probably going to get into Nintendo in the next video because I got a Salt video to pick on with AGN. Yeah, that guy. I got a bone to pick with him because it's kind of ridiculous. But if we go to my post, I did talk about it as well. So, and did a little troll right here for Mr. Den. It's funny. So yeah, I gave it like an 8.5, and overall, whatchamacallit, you know, I see about 6 games out of 10 games I really want to play. I give it a B plus. Yeah, so like a B plus. I gave it a B plus. It was a solid showcase. They show games that I like to play. There was basically 6 games that I do want to play ASAP. So it was solid. It was solid overall. So, and then I come down to here, right? I gave this a C plus, right? It's a 6 out of 10. I gave it a C plus. You know, I did like, you know, some surprises here and there, but you know, overall, like, mostly they got some L's in certain spots. I think one of them was that Ghost of Tsushima, if I'm not mistaken, where they announced, there is an announcement within an announcement, which it doesn't make any sense. I'm like, why you're announcing within an announcement? You might as well just show up and show the game. I think people been waiting for that game for God knows when, and it's coming out in October, and you're like, hey, yeah, we're gonna show gameplay, but not this month, but next month. I'm like, seriously? Like, you could have just showed it off right now. Like, at least, like, even like if it's like 15 minutes or 10 minutes of gameplay, and say, hey, there's going to be more gameplay or an hour-long gameplay during next month. Okay, that's cool. I don't mind. As long as you show like 10 minutes of gameplay of it and stuff like that and seeing some action, I'm perfectly fine with that. But they, you know, again, PlayStation is taking those L's again, right? And I do like the fighting game that they showed off, but again, fighting game or not, they need to still, you know, have some of their first party lineup games and some fun games to play. Like, that's what I like about Xbox, because every game that they showed on there was just literally fun games. Like, there's just a bunch of fun games to play, and I can enjoy myself, you know what I'm saying? And there was a lot of cool surprises and stuff. There was a lot of cool surprises in that showcase. So there's like a lot of good games on here that are fun and enjoyable. Then when I go to the PlayStation side, I see nothing but third-party games, which is fine, it's cool. But then if it's like, okay, what about PlayStation titles? Like, what's going on there? Where all the fun games are at? And it's not hitting the fun factor. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I feel about PlayStation right now. It's just like, again, and there's other factors too I don't like about what PlayStation is doing. So, without that being said, let's move on to the next one, which this is from the Xbox Showcase. Uh, th- the biggest surprise out of that Xbox Showcase was the ROG Xbox Ally X. This when this handheld dropped, the I thought this was going to be put onto the shelf, but it seems to me that I think their own in-house handheld Xbox is being put on the shelf, and then they're basically partnering up with Asus, but it still is an Xbox, right? I know a lot of people was arguing and saying a bunch of stuff like, well, it's not an Xbox, it's not a blah 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 and all this bullshit. I'm like, it's an Xbox. You can clearly see it has the Xbox written all over this. Obviously, there's an Xbox button right here. And again, it says it right here. It's the Xbox Ally X, and they partner up with Asus. It's an Xbox, okay? But then we got a lot of these stupid ass fanboys and whatever saying that, oh, but it's not an Xbox, it's not a traditional handheld, like, and so on and so forth. Okay, for starters, okay, let's not forget the PSP going into the going into the Vita, right? What happened to the Vita, right? The Vita failed because of the fact that they was, didn't have really games, and they couldn't really make games in-house. And we're seeing that same problem with the VR headset that PlayStation has right now, currently, where, yeah, you got this great device, and VR2 comes out, and there's no backwards compatibility with the old PlayStation VR headset from PlayStation 4, which doesn't make any fucking sense, which it should able to work. You're building off the technology that you previously had, and you made it better, but then there's no backwards compatibility. And then and again, the Vita has suffered the same way or the same fate as the PlayStation 4 Vita, where it was lackluster games. It didn't got better until way at the end towards the PlayStation 4 generation. And then now when they say, okay, I got a PlayStation 5, they got VR, I want to go, buy it, whatever, right? And the price for that VR headset is very steep. Talking about what, $500, and you gotta have a console with it. But now they updated that. Now that VR headset can work with a wire, you have to buy or whatever, or update it, and then you can play it on your PC. But before, you had to have a console, so you have to buy another $500 system, and then you got a $550 headset. You're already spending like $1,000 and some odd dollars, and that's not even talking about the games and all that stuff. But going back to the Vita, right? I don't think like again, my friend at the job, shout out to Raphael, right? He said that it looks fugly and all this stuff. To me, it doesn't look ugly. It looks like any other handheld to me. To me, I like the most about this handheld, because again, I'm not a handheld person. I don't have a Switch on me or whatever. The only thing I have is just this. It's a tablet. That's it. This is the only thing I have right now currently. I don't even have a Nintendo Switch 2, Nintendo Switch. I haven't even brought any Nintendo products. I haven't brought a Steam Deck. I don't need it. I already got a PC. Right? I only really got one system in this house that does everything. I'm playing my games, I'm paying my bills, right? I'm searching the web, I'm going on YouTube, I'm doing editing and stuff like that. I'm doing everything all in one in my one system. So I don't really need a whole bunch of devices. I have a phone, a tablet, and a computer, and that's it. No handheld. I'm not with the handheld stuff anymore. Used to be a long time ago when I was younger, but not right now. Not to say, and again, I don't know what's the problem with this. It's because, okay, there's a couple of things here. Right, one is that they said that it's not an Xbox, but it is. If you can read it, it's right here. It's an Xbox. It's clearly, and they partner up with Asus. Now, my brother at the job didn't like it because of the fact that how it looks. But to me, it looks like any other handheld. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like Nintendo Switch is gonna have his own way. You're gonna have the Steam Deck is gonna make his own way. And the Legion Go is gonna do his own shit. Like it's like I want things to be different, not the same. So they're trying this approach where they putting the actual thing. This is not like nowhere near close to the PSP Portal. Like the PSP Portal is just like literally like a controller split in half, and then they put a giant fucking tablet like this on there. It's like a cheap little fucking tablet. Like you could probably get it from fucking whatchamacallit from Metroid PC. For real. One of those TLC tablets. That was the PlayStation Portal was looking like. It was like PlayStation controller, cut it in half, put a big giant tablet there. You know what I'm saying? This one took like actual work and design where they integrated saying, hey, they can feel the handles like ergonomics. I do like ergonomics more than anything out of any handheld. Okay? That's the most important thing out of anything. Without ergonomics, you're not going to be playing it for long periods of time. It's just like if this if this tablet over here was like all like effed up and it was really heavy, it was unbalanced, I can't really hold it for long, right? Most likely I'm not going to be using that tablet all that often because it just feels off, and ergonomically it's just like what I'm going to do with it. It's just like I'm going to use less of it. But if you have a tablet, right? If you have a tablet, right? Or even a handheld, and you made it more balanced, it feels good. It's not super heavy, but it feels good to hold in the hands. It's light. It's easy to handle and rotate and stuff. That's what handhelds should be focusing on. Without that, how can I play on the system long term? You get what I'm saying? Like we're seeing that problem even happening on the Nintendo Switch 2, where some of these people, yes, the screen is bigger, right? Joy-Cons are bigger, right? It should able to feel good in the hands, but even for a lot of people, they still feel like it's, they can't hold it up as much longer like the original tablet. I think the original tablet was much more lighter, more streamlined, and it was much more easier to pick it up and play it for long term because it was a smaller device. But when the Switch 2 came out, it's more heftier. So when they hold it in the hands, it may not, you may not hold it up for as long as the original Switch. So for this, I like how they're doing with the handles and stuff like that to have that ergonomic grips. Like it just makes more sense. Like again, even for just for example, right? For a controller like this that I have, I like this controller because it ergonomically feels good. It feels good in the hands. I can do what I need to do, and it fits perfectly. And they just basically said, let's put the screen there, but let's integrate these handles with it. Unlike the PlayStation literally just cut this in half, split it apart, and then just slap a tablet. This looks like it actually is fully integrated, which I really do appreciate it. Okay. So we did find out that this Roll Ally has two versions, which is the white one and the black version, and it doesn't look like that prototype that we saw from the last time. The prototype looked like it was in more of a beta alpha state prototype. Like it's not even close to being done, but they have somewhat of a concept. This looked like it's fully like rich and really complete. Like this looks really, really good. It looks better than the photos. It looks better than the leaked photos that we've seen. I think the leaked photos got people a little bit worried, but then when I saw this drop, I was like, yeah, this looks so much better. But this was a big surprise. And on top of that too, we found out that it can also play other games besides just Xbox games or Windows, store. They have other storefronts too. Like it's gonna have Epic, right? It's gonna have Steam. It's gonna have Good Old Games, and it's gonna be much more a simplistic operating system focusing on gaming. So it's not going to have all the bloatware, right, that you see typically on here. Like if you again, if you go like here, like I'm just throwing this as an example, you're not going to see like a whole bunch of random bloatware on a handheld device. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to get to see that, which is good. So at least they're slimming it down. It's more going to be more efficient. They're going to be working on it. I feel like this is going to be a beta test phase. They're going to try this out and then update it over time to refine it. And then once they feel comfortable with it, then they're going to be ready to say, okay, hey, we can take the thing off the shelf that we put up, and now we have an actual software that can go complement alongside with the our own Xbox handheld in-house, whatever they planning on doing. So, and getting back to what I said about the Vita, I'm sorry, I'm like skipping around all over the place. It's just so much shit that dropped. But going back to the Vita, right? The Vita fails because of the fact that they didn't really have games develop around it as much. It was pretty much like, I remember like Nathan Drake Golden Abyss was on that Vita, and like again, like why you couldn't just put Nathan Drake 3 to make it run on that Vita, which you could when you do remote play off of your console, but you couldn't really download the Nathan Drake game on a Vita. You know what I'm saying? I think people was more looking for that, because it's really hard to develop a little small, tempo franchise games while the main studios over there are making AAA games on a console. Right? It makes no sense. Like where you're gonna have a small team here doing a Vita, and then but then they still need work on this AAA game, but you gotta make this Vita game really good. So it kind of really took away from development, and that's why the Vita ultimately failed. And there's other parts to it too, like in terms of like like the mandatory SD card thing, right? Where you have to have a Sony or Sony authorized SD card thing expansions. If you don't get that, it ain't gonna work, which is like crazy. So, and I did talk about this and covered it in, I think, like videos like earlier when I was like talking about when I think it was either Yoshida had an interview with Kind of Funny, and they was talking about the history of PlayStation, his time working there and stuff. He did mentioning about the Vita, and I did a reaction video to that. If anything, I probably might put the link down below, or you can go back to some of my earlier videos of Off the Top, and I did cover that and talked about that. And there was a bunch of things that he did absolutely was wrong, and it was crazy. I was like, Jesus Christ. But the Vita was small. It was really nice. It was still good, but it was some aspects that they had some cracks. This one, I like Xbox approach, where they said, look, we already developing AAA games. We're going to put these AAA games and transfer it into an actual handheld device. You can download these games. You can cloud game this, cloud, whatever. You can play through the cloud. And also your progression, your friends, and everything is going to move across all of your devices. So if I have this handheld and I played it, I can go on my PC, turn it on. If I already have the same games, got the cloud saved through there, and I can continue where I left off at. I don't need to start a second playthrough or anything like that. It just moves seamlessly, which is good. I'm really, really happy about that. And again, love it or hate it with the design, I think this is way more like feature complete than the Portal, kind of like bootleg thing. And not only that, we also have the news about the Xbox and AMD partnership. They advance the next generation of gaming together. So basically, that she put out a trailer. I seen the trailer. It was only like a minute long. A lot of people are claiming that it's a reveal trailer. It is not a reveal trailer. Okay, let's make that perfectly clear. It's not a reveal trailer, because even here, we can see the video right here, and if you can read it, it doesn't say reveal. It just says Xbox plus AMD power the next generation of Xbox. Okay. I've already seen the video. I'm not going to play the video here, but if you have listened to the video and you heard the video, heard what she's saying, that yes, she is going to be continuing to make next generation consoles, and this is going to be again the PC hybrid thing that I made a video not that long ago. Like, again, this is why I tell you, bro, this is what I am trying to tell you from a while ago, right? Because if we go back to here, off of this video right here that I made like about 3 weeks ago, and I did mention that they are, and I did mention in that segment that where they are definitely going to be making next generation consoles. And sure enough, this right here has reassured in the trailer that she putting out, right? That she put out. It's just basically making sure everybody across the board, including the investors and everyone else, perfectly clear. They are still making next generation consoles, period. End of story. They're still doing it. Okay? They're not exiting or leaving out the console business. They're still making consoles. And not only they're not just making just console gaming. They're making handhelds like this. Which is great. And again, I don't know why people are hating on this shit, because I guarantee you, look, I wouldn't be hating if PlayStation came out and say, hey, we are partnered with the Legion Go and we're gonna make the PlayStation Legion Go S. Whatever the case may be, the Legion Go S, whatever it is. I don't care what the naming scheme. I don't care if they stole this design and the Legion Go stole this design and made it unique or whatever, right? If they did that, I wouldn't be hating on it. Okay? I'd be like, good. That's what PlayStation fans been asking for, and I'll be told. I know people be down for that shit. I don't think nobody would be complaining about it. I don't think BitCloud would be complaining about it. I sure as hell wouldn't be complaining. I'll be happy. I'd be like, yeah, that's good. Give these PlayStation gamers an actual real fucking handheld. Again, PlayStation can make these really great devices, but then they have piss poor execution in terms of, what to do with it, right? Not to say that Xbox didn't come across that road, because during even the Xbox One generation consoles, when that console first released and the software that they had was absolutely fucking terrible. It was horrendous, okay? I can see the cracks, and I can see it right then and there. The software, the UI, when it first launches the Xbox One, that UI was like, ugh, it was horrendous. It was pretty damn bad. It used up a lot of resources and stuff like that. So even as an Xbox fan, I can still look at the cracks and see the problems, what's going on. Okay, I'm not a fanboy. A fanboy will be just damage controlling, being like, well, this never happened to me, and blah blah blah. Like, okay, look, shut the fuck up. That's just you being a fanboy defending a corporation. As an Xbox fan, I'm gonna tell you, like, yeah, that Xbox One and that software interface was fucking terrible at the beginning. Not until it got better, until the refresh, when they redo the interface and all that stuff, it was a lot better than how it was when it first launches. Because when it first launched, that Xbox One software, the UI and everything, the first, man, it was not good. It was not good at all. Okay, I didn't really like it. I'm not gonna sit here and say it was so bad that I couldn't go through menus. It was like, it's okay, but you can see the problems there. It was laggy at some areas. It was it was really slow. It was sluggish. The startup was slow. Like it felt really, really like underwhelming. And comparing to like the 360, like the 360, you press the button, it starts up, it turns on, you go. It's pretty good, but the Xbox One was pretty terrible. It was still felt like it was still in beta. It didn't felt like, in terms of like the interface and the software. But so far, right, I'm just throwing it as an example, but so far right now, current times in 2025, it seems like Xbox is learning, and also Microsoft is, both of them are getting their shit together, and they're saying, look, if we're getting our ass whooped with Steam OS in terms of performance, we will put this shit on a shelf and we are going to work on Windows, which they absolutely are. They are focused, and they got a plan. They see the problems and the cracks, and they're handling it now instead of it later, because they don't want to end up being like that same Xbox One generation, how it came out. So I'm glad that they are taking steps to hold themselves accountable for that. And I'm not saying every step that Xbox do is great, right? I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, there's certain things that Xbox is doing really, really well, and there's a few things that you can say I don't like, I disagree, or you can even say, hey, that's an L, and that's perfectly fine. Shit, I told you I'm an Xbox fan, not a fanboy, but this right here is a W, because, like, again, if it was PlayStation, what video would I be making about that? I mean, knowing the fact that Dreamcast guy right here, all these Xbox is dead videos, and Sarah Bond just drop a bomb saying, no, we're still making next generation consoles, right? Go down here, look at all the Xbox did this. Why Xbox? Xbox is dead. They're not buying no games. Yikes! Oh my god! But no PlayStation is dead videos. Xbox meltdown. Oh my god. Look at this. Shut them down. Like, he wants Xbox to be dead for the longest time. They're like, there's so many videos on here that, oh, Xbox is dead. Xbox is this. Like, you can just literally go down. Look, Xbox is over. Like, oh my god. Stop this. That's all it is. A bunch of Xbox is dead. Xbox. Well, they're making another console. They haven't left the console business. They still going to be making another console. So basically, all of his stupid ass videos, it has became irrelevant. Ridiculous, and it's funny. So at least that's good things for me. So they are making a console good, and they're doing handheld, and they're going beyond outside of that, going to PC, which they are doing, right? So like, again, I got Game Pass right here. All my games is right here. I'm Gucci, and I do buy my games too. So yep, got all these nice games that I don't have to pay for $80 for, and I still buy my games too. So, like, again, like you see right here, right? You go to my library. I still buy games. I just brought this one for $30. I'm gonna start playing that. But you can see, I buy my games. I play my games and I buy them. I buy the ones that I enjoy, what I like, not what you like, what I like. Okay? You don't have to follow what I like. I'm just throwing it out there. But you see, I'm buying it. So don't try to act like, oh, I don't buy no games just because I got fucking Game Pass. I can still buy games. I can still buy games even if I had Game Pass. It's fucking ridiculous. Stop the fucking cap. Get off your fucking ass and start encouraging people to play games. That's what you should be doing. That's why I got gameplay footage every day on my channel, encouraging people to play different types of games than the same old fucking Call of Duty games. It's getting ridiculous. But anyway, back to this right here. Xbox seems to be doing fucking good right now. Okay? Maybe some L's here and there. 1, 2, maybe 3 L's, right? You could think of, right? The $80 whatever, raising the console prices, right? Those are L's. I can give you that full-heartedly. Those are L's. I get that. But again, they seem like getting a lot more W's here. All right? Big W's for those games, and dropping these games left and right. You got a handheld device that is an Xbox. There's no going to be tied down to one storefront. Backwards compatibility is still being it's still going to be moving forward for the next generation console, whatever this console PC hybrid that's going to be coming out, they are still moving forward with that. Even Lisa Su made a video about this, and they're teaming up, and they're basically doing it. And you could read it for yourself right here, and all the details right here. Even Lisa Su made a video. So yeah, so they're going beyond the console, they're expanding, they're going on PC, they're making money, they're putting games on PlayStation, and guess what? They're on the top charts, right? Look that up real quick, right? PlayStation, what? PlayStation Storefront? Excuse me for my typing. PlayStation Store. Okay, PlayStation Store. Would you look at that? Call of Duty right there. Xbox. Look at this rematch, and that's on Game Pass right now. This is crazy. Yeah, this is best selling, and this is on the first page. Look, Call of Duty, right? Rematch is on Game Pass right now. You could download it and play it right now. You don't have to pay $30. You could try it right now. Shit. Come on now. Xbox, right? 2, Forza Horizon 5. A promoted Xbox game, Expedition 33, still on the top chart. The only game that's like PlayStation promoted is Death Stranding 2. Okay. And then they got MLB The Show. They only got one sports game, Death Stranding, which is promoted by PlayStation, right? Just like how I said, like Expedition 33 was promoted by Xbox. But you can see Xbox, 3 titles right here, and then a promoted one, and then you only see MLB and this, and that's it. That's crazy. Oh wait, sorry, forgot another one right here. Elder Scrolls Online, another one on the top chart for $20. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 games versus 2. What else can I really say? Other than that, they're doing fucking good. I'm pretty happy with the direction where they're going at. I already predicted it and already made a video about it, so you should go check that out. But other than that, it seems to be good, and we already know the fraudsters. the one that fraudster and crying, Xbox is dead, Xbox is trash, this and that, all this stuff. Look at this, cancel, oh my god. Like, fake ass bullshit. But anyway, let's go focus towards PlayStation. What's been going on with them? So in the past couple of weeks, PlayStation 6, Sony says the future plans is on top of the mind, exploring new and enhanced ways to play. So basically they're saying, look, PlayStation 5, we're going to wrap it up, and we're going to be moving on to PlayStation 6. I told you, man, we're like literally 3 years away going into PS6. Okay? And right now, it seems like that's the focus on right now. They're going to be focusing on PlayStation 6, and that's on top of the mindset. Well, I'm going to tell you one thing. As much as I give a lot of PlayStation flack, which is rightfully so, because it seems to me that the PlayStation 5 generation, they have literally fumbled the ball. They have fumbled. They really did fumble. Like, there's just way too many people that are capping here. Okay? So there's this video that I made a comment for, like this guy right here is just listing out the same old games right here, and then they got some new ones right here. But if you look at this list right here, right, if you really look at it, right, let me go click on the video. Let's go right here, and look, all I said was, look, if you look at the list of games that is right here, GT7, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Horizon Forbidden West, Lost Soul Aside, that's new. Zorros, Intergalactic, Wolverine, Astrobot, Spider-Man 2. Now, if you go look at this list right here, I'm gonna just tell you like this. For me, there is, I mean, there is literally no games on here that I'm interested. Maybe Lost Soul Aside is like probably like the only game that I'm interested or want to see more about, right? But other than that, any other of these games, I can care less about. But that's just a personal thing for me, and it could be a lot different. But if you really look at this list, comparing to like the amount of games that Xbox has really shown, right? Because it's right here on the top. All these list of games right here on the top, right? This shit is crazy. Let me go see if we can scroll down. I mean, if you look at the games right here on the list, I mean, Black Ops 7, right? Gears of War Reloaded. We know they're working on Gears of War E-Day. It's like they're working on it, and that's perfectly fine. They said, look, we'll give you this, and guess what they also did, right? They said, hey, we may not have Gears of War E-Day right now, but guess what? That doesn't mean that we're not working on it. So they're working on it, but they also dropped it, I think it was the Space Marine Recraft Edition, Remastercraft Edition or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, so there's just a bunch of fucking games coming out. It's crazy. Yeah, I think it's also Space Marine, because I did talk about it in my last video too. Let me go put this on here. Is it Space? Yep, look at this right here. Warhammer 40K Space Marine Mastercraft Edition. That's on Game Pass right now, and it's not even on PlayStation. And I talked about this in my, I think in the last video, that I said that this game should have been out on PlayStation, but PlayStation is not even getting it. So not only they're getting Gears of War, the Reloaded Edition, and we're getting this as basically pretty much is a time exclusive for right now for Warhammer 40K Space Marine Remastercraft Edition. So it's a time exclusive. We don't know how long it's going to be. Maybe it's going to be a year until next year. I don't know. But we're getting it and we're playing it. So not only we got Space Marine 2 already, we got the Remastercraft Edition already, and PlayStation is not even getting it on their PlayStation 5. Right? So yeah, they're delivering. Like the lineup is just stupid. Look at this. Look at the lineup. Like Tony Hawk. This one right here is new. Wu Chang, Fallen Feathers. I think this is also coming to PlayStation. But if it's on Game Pass and we're getting it, shit, that's like less than a month away. We're gonna be playing on that. Grounded 2. Right, Gears of War Reloaded, the official, is gonna come out on August 26th, and then Ninja Gaiden 4, which is funded by who? Xbox, not PlayStation. Xbox is funding it, bringing franchises Ninja Gaiden 4, and we might possibly get what? Ninja Gaiden 5, Outer Worlds 2, another RPG games, and I've been playing RPG games on a roll lately. I've been playing that shit on a roll lately. I've been playing this, Forza Horizon 5, I've been playing Starfield, and now when Outer Worlds 2, I'm going to be playing that as well. Bro, the lineup, it is pale in comparison. It's like a night and day difference, man. It's crazy. Because, like, again, I'm not too sure, what PlayStation is going to be doing. But going back to here, like what I said, when you're looking at this compared to what Xbox Line is, it is nothing to compare. This right here looks like a really sad list. There's some new games on here. We don't know when it's going to come out. Maybe we know one or two that's going to be coming out. And who knows if it's going to be really fun or not. Because what I look for in a video game across any game, right? Doesn't matter if it's Nintendo, Xbox, or PlayStation. What I'm looking for is this game is fun for me to play and I'm going to enjoy myself. Okay? I'm not here for the cinematic era. The cinematic era was at the PlayStation 4 generation. That was cinematic eras. Right now, more than ever, especially games are getting more expensive, people want fun, open world game experiences. They just want fun games to just, if I'm going to pay this amount of money, then I should be able to go wherever I want to go and do the things that I want to do in the game. Because if you can't even deliver that, then what's the point of me buying your game? Okay? Because if let's say like this, let's say if God of War Ragnarok was an $80 game, would you think people be buying that shit day one? I don't think so. Especially in this time period? No. $80 for a one and done game, or you might play it 1 or 2, 3 times. And that's it. And this is what I'm sitting there saying. I'm trying to tell them, like, look, same old games, nothing new. And there is nothing new. You know, Astrobot is a solid game. If you like the game, great. But it's not like it's selling gangbusters. It's not like, oh, 10 million people are picking up Astrobot and playing it. Like, no. Spider-Man 2 is starting to get a little tiresome. Like, Spider-Man 2 was a bit of a letdown. I think Spider-Man 1 was more successful than Spider-Man 2. The same way for Horizon. Horizon Zero Dawn was more successful than Horizon Forbidden West. I think God of War Ragnarok did slightly better than the original one. I could be wrong about that. But again, Gran Turismo 7, like, seriously, like, come on. Like, if we're looking at the chart right now, what's on the number one chart? Forza Horizon 5, and that's an open world racing game. And they charging you for $60. Where is Gran Turismo at? Because I damn sure don't see it on this list. Let's keep going. There's Spider-Man 2. Doom the Dark Ages dropped down to here. Okay, so here's Gran Turismo. Gran Turismo is right here. $70, and they charging you for $60 for that game. It is on number 3 on this list. It's not even on number 1 on the list. Yep, and this is $60. They charging you $60 for this game, while Gran Turismo 7 is charging you $70. This is an open world experience. It's way more fun than Gran Turismo 7. That's why Forza Horizon 5 is on the top chart. I think at one point this was out of the top chart and now it's back into the top chart. That's fucking crazy. That's wild. I'm telling you, like, if PlayStation had an open world racing game, guess what? If they had it, guess where that open world racing game will be at? Right here at the number 1 chop spot on the top chart. Easily. Could have been right here with MLB The Show, and around right here with Death Stranding. It will be right around here, or even past Forza. It could be right up here. But it's nowhere near on the number 1 page. That's the fucking crazy part. I see mostly Xbox titles and promoted Xbox promoted games on here. Death Stranding promoted and MLB The Show. That is it. It's crazy. Crazy. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's crazy. And then like, again, and I made a comment, back at it, saying, look, because he's saying, like, well, it's old games, it's 30 years, whatever, and I'm like, look, like, and I tell him right here, and I said right here, where are the exciting, innovating first-party PlayStation PlayStation titles? Sony can deliver a single-player shooter, which is absolutely right. They can deliver, and they should be able to take a swing at an open-world first-person RPG game, which is correct, and the huge popularity in racing game and open-world racing games, they can do that, and it's better than Gran Turismo 7 and Forza Motorsport, which is also true. Because I guarantee you, even if, let's say, Forza Motorsport was on here, it'll be on here for a minute, but then it's gonna drop down, just like number 3 or number 4 or number 5. It ain't gonna, like, Forza Motorsport won't even last up here. The only racing game that is lasting is Forza Horizon 5, and Forza in general, Forza Horizons. Any Forza Horizon games, it's gonna last on those top charts for quite a while. You can't beat open world racing game. What is Sony doing? I don't know. So that's why we're going back to this article right here with VGC, that if you're gonna go into PlayStation 6, they better be fucking really making some fun fucking games to really attract into the platform. And this is exactly why I'll be trying to tell this knucklehead right here, trying to damage control, this and that, whatever, right? All this bullshit. And this is what I'm sitting there saying, like, and I'm telling him, like, he's like telling me, like, I don't play games, I don't buy games and whatever, and I'm not well diverse. The fuck are you talking about? I'm playing Starfield, Forza Horizon 5, a Valve, and when Outer Worlds 2 comes out, Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered I played, Borderlands 4, Expedition 33, Lies of P, Tekken 8, Stalker 2, what the fuck are we talking about? I'm well diverse in the fucking gaming community. Stop the cap. Stop the fucking cap. You should be encouraging all of your PlayStation fucking fan base over there, and people who are owning a PlayStation 5, they should be encouraging them to play your games. And also encourage them to tell Sony and PlayStation, hey, when you get your PlayStation 6 to drop some fucking fun games to play. Drop some games with drop some fucking Xbox games, what Xbox is fucking doing over here. We need some of these games over here. We need a Clockwork Revolution over there on PlayStation. Why we don't have something like that? That's an RPG game. Why you don't got it over there? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like, what are we doing? You want to make money. You want to get player engagement, which I know Sony and all those little fucking executives want. If you want that, then you gotta fucking bring some fun fucking games to play. Especially game prices going up. When the game prices go up, that means, guess what? The expectations and the value is going to go up too. When game prices go up, this is going to go up. That's why it's collide. When it goes up, it's going to go up. When the value goes down and this goes down, then it's going to go down. That means you don't give a fuck. So when are we going to see this? We need to see this to this. And this is why I'm saying, when those value and those expectations going up, then you need to make fun fucking games that people can play and do whatever they want, and they can play for hours on end. That's why we see all of these fucking games on the PlayStation storefront are third-party games. But let me tell you something. This is a game you can have fun every single day. You got 3 different modes. You got a campaign, zombie, and multiplayer. And you got Warzone on top of it as an extra little cream on the crop. And that's free. So you got 4 fucking modes and all these games that you could be playing with you and your friend. That's why Call of Duty be on top of the list. Sports games always be on top. Roblox, look at this, a fun game. It's free. Do whatever you want. Fortnite's free. You can have fun and do whatever the fuck you want. Grand Theft Auto, a game that you can just have fun, do whatever the hell you want. Some of these games, you know, you can just have fun, and some of them are just free. Look at this, Forza Horizon 5. It's fun. I can race in the world and pick a car and drive wherever the fuck I want and do stunts and race with my friends. We can do drag racing there. We don't have to go in a lobby within a lobby like in Gran Turismo fucking 7. We don't have to meet up in a lobby, wait in the lobby, and then queue up in a lobby. All we have to do is like, hey, I'm in the game, I'm in your lobby, where you want me to meet me at? Hey, meet me at the mountain over here, at the mountain path up there. I'll race you. Okay, I'll drive in up there with my car. I'll be there. Do I have to go in the fucking a lobby, within a menu with a queue? No. No. And you know what the fuck I'm saying is I'm speaking actual fucking facts. So stop the cap. They need to get off their ass and start making some fucking games and getting their security to fucking together, because their security So they got a lot of work in that PlayStation 6. So I damn sure know that is definitely on top of the mind. But I hope to God that they are going to learn from the mistakes and the fumbles from the PlayStation 5 generation. I hope they do fucking learn. Because if they don't learn now, I'm fucking telling you, Xbox is going to fucking dominate. They already dominating now in this generation, and they are still going to continue to keep dominating next generation if things don't change. So they better change. That's why I go hard on fucking Sony. And and also moving on, right? They had a meeting, right? That, well, let's just say is a business overview thing. They had a little segment about it. It's network service segment. So there's the video of it. I'm not gonna go through this, go through it here. I might go through it probably like when I'm coming back from vacation. I'll let you know about that next week. I'll announce it. But when I do come back and when I do have the time, I'll go through this video and we go piece by piece and stuff like that. But if you want to go see it and hear it for yourself, you can go down here to this channel right here, or you can like copy and paste this right here. So if you want to go listen to it to yourself and hear about it, you can go ahead and do so. So it's pretty good. It's well informed. Also, you can even go on their website right here, which is Sony business segment, event, and presentation. And they got the thing right here. You can watch the video. You can have a fireside chat video, and you can have the documents, which I've already got it right here. Now, there's a couple of things that are interesting that's in this one. Again, I'm not going to go through each and every little piece, but what the most important thing, I wanted to point this out and let you know that, you know, PlayStation is heading towards that direction, towards third party, and they also going to be putting their games day and date, because it's simply right here on the slide. See, they're not saying it out. They're not saying it like, you know, whatever, but they putting it out here to let you know they're saying it out loud, but they're not saying it for themselves. Like the CEO is not whatever, but they're basically saying, look, you can see it right here. Do you not read this? What does it says? Consoles and beyond. Consoles and beyond. And you know what that means? That means that they're gonna go into where? In the space of the PC, right? They want to go beyond outside of this console, so they want to reach their audiences towards the PC platform, towards Nintendo. The only thing that they're not putting it on there is, you know, the whatever Xbox, but Xbox is going to get their games anyway, because once this ROG comes out and their next generation consoles is going to have multiple storefronts anyway, which is already confirmed. That is well confirmed. So basically, we'll be able to play, you know, PlayStation games on, you know, on the Xbox platform very easily. We'll get access to it. And personally for me, like, again, I have a PC, so I don't cap at all, because even for me, I don't support PlayStation games whatsoever, and I really don't. And like, again, like I'm always gonna do in this video, I'll give you the proof, just so you know, you understand. Like again, I ain't making shit up, because like, again, I do not like what Sony is doing. I do not like it. Okay, that's why you see right here this button is called the ignore button. Okay, I ignored them. I don't care about them. So if they got their sticky little hands in anything, it doesn't matter if it's Stellar Blade. If I really do wanted to play Stellar Blade, but since Sony and PlayStation got their sticky little fingers on it and doing all this PSN shenanigan bullshit and their garbage, then I'm not gonna buy their games. I'm not gonna support their garbage, and I'm putting my foot down on it. So even though I've had a PC for a long time, this PC is nothing new. It's not my first rodeo. I had it for a very long time. But even I'm taking a stand and letting PlayStation know that I'm not buying your fucking games. Okay? I'm not supporting their fucking garbage and their shenanigans. So they putting out all of these games on here, and I haven't even brought not one game. I haven't even played one game from PlayStation. Any sticky little fingers, I'm not fucking with it. I'm sick and tired of it. And they're not the only ones, right? Like, yeah, if you just think like, oh, you're just going at, no, because you know who else I'm doing it to? Take a guess. I'm doing it to Ubisoft too. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You think Ubisoft? Nah. I'm doing it to Ubisoft too. So all of the games that I have previously purchased on Ubisoft, I basically hide it from my thing. I basically hide it. I'm gonna have to hide the Wildlands and stuff. I think I didn't even hide that. Did I? I don't think so. I'm trying to see. Did I hide Ghost Recon Wildlands? I think I did, yeah. Yeah, so basically I'm hiding all Ubisoft games. So like Far Cry games, to Assassin's Creed, and Ghost Recon Wildlands. Like, again, I'm doing it to Ubisoft too. I'm sick and tired of their garbage and their shenanigans. And if they want to be like that, I'm not supporting anything that dealing with Ubisoft. I don't give a fuck if a Ubisoft game drop tomorrow. I'm not dealing with it, and I'm not buying it. That's why I put this up to as a reminder for myself. This is a Ubisoft game. Stay away from it. Don't buy their fucking games. And that's exactly what I'm doing. Not buying their games. At this point forward, with whatever that they said, like, oh, you not gonna own your games and you're gonna like it. That's what they told me. They said, okay, then guess what? Then there's no point in me buying your games and playing it. I can move on and play all these other games in the library, and there's a shit ton of games other than Ubisoft right now that's on sale that I could be playing and spending my time somewhere else. Ubisoft is not the end all be all, just like how PlayStation is. So like, again, I'm stating in this video, I'm putting 10 toes down. So don't try to act like I'm not. Oh, you don't I'm putting 10 toes down. I've been doing that. I skipped 3 PlayStation 3 generations. PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, and I'm still going to continue into PlayStation 6. Skipping that. I haven't bought a PlayStation since PlayStation 2. I haven't played a PlayStation game since PlayStation 2. And I'm skipping 3 generations with 3 more years to the console end cycle. And I'm going to be skipping PlayStation 6. So that'll be 4. I told you, I don't fucking play. I put 10 toes down on that shit. And I'm damn sure I ain't fucking with Nintendo shit either. I haven't played a Nintendo home console since the Super Nintendo. The last time I ever fucked with a Nintendo product was the fucking handheld with the PSP flip. That was it. That was the last time. I didn't even get to play a DS, the Nintendo 3DS. I haven't got any of those. I stayed the fuck away from Nintendo. And you see why I did? Because they took down the storefront and you can't get access to any of those games. You can't buy any more games. So therefore, that's why I stayed the fuck away from Nintendo. That's why I'm saying the fuck away from Sony. But you can see right here, they're going beyond the console, because we seeing it going onto PC, and they putting games on the Nintendo Switch. See, PlayStation experience. Like again, I'm not gonna go into like super in depth. I'm just pointing out the ones that caught my eye the most. Was this one right here? The PlayStation experience, the best place to play PlayStation. The best place to publish, connecting players and creators. Really now, the best place to publish. Do I have to say anymore? It's really not the best place to publish because we already see that. Again, I'm pointing as an example. After Helldivers 2, and Helldivers 2 was successful, it was really successful. And it was carried by PC. Right? But it was successful. Arrowhead's next game will be 100% funded ourselves. Although the CEO, Shamus, I'm gonna butcher his name, but the CEO says there's no hard feelings over Sony boneheaded PSN shenanigans. Yeah, and then you go back to the slide right here, and it says right here, the best place to publish. I don't think so, because if it was the best place to publish, then Helldivers 2 and this article wouldn't even be made. The CEO would have said, hey, we'll be more than happy to gear up and prepare to be in development in Helldivers 3 coming in the next couple of years from now. Oh, that's going to be in PlayStation 6. But we're not getting that article. We're getting the article of, yeah, like, we dealt with Sony, but we're never going to do that again. We're going to fund this game ourselves this time around, without the PSN shenanigans. Yep. Blocking over 76 countries, 72 countries. like you're telling, like, basically it's like you're fucking over the people that you want to be in partnership with, that's giving you games exclusively over towards the PlayStation 5 platform, and then you're basically screwing fucking Arrowhead and damaging their fucking reputation, because you're now, when they want, with the PC side, everybody's playing the game, everybody's spending money. And then now when they came in and say PSN, boom, block this, boom, you can't get access to this game no more. You're like, what the fuck? It's why? You just leaving money off the table. Are you stupid? You ain't, like, imagine if they did that in the Chinese market. They wouldn't be printing money. If fucking Yosei Yoshida said in an interview saying, oh yeah, publishing games in China, in the Chinese market, they all have, computers and PC. They don't barely have any consoles over there. But if they want to make money, it's like printing fucking money. So imagine imagine Sony's stupid ass decision was like, yeah, we want to make money, but let's block China. Why would you block China? And that's the largest fucking market over there that's printing you fucking money. It's no different than this right here. You're blocking 172 fucking countries on Steam that want to play your game and buy your fucking game and spend money. What the fuck are you doing? This is more L's than actually taking W's. You thought their showcase had some W's. Yeah, sure. You might say, hey, PlayStation State of Play, was a 6. It was a 6 out of 10. They got maybe 1 or 2 games there that was pretty damn good. And there's some L's, but I gave it a C+. But then when you start seeing the background and looking at all the little cracks and shit, they're taking more L's than they are getting W's. This is just L after L after, it's just constant. Why? This is ridiculous. Stop. And this is how you know when you go back here, it's laughable, because it's like, how is this the best place to publish bitch, you're screwing them over, and they're basically fucking low key saying to you, yeah, no, we're gonna put our games over there, but we're not taking your fucking money. Fuck you, Sony. So if you come over here and call about, hey, can you do an exclusive, or hey, can you make a Helldivers 3? You know what the CEO gonna say? Oh, I'm sorry, yeah, we're too busy. We're making another game right now. Goodbye. Because they don't want to deal with that garbage. And then meanwhile, look at this. Claire Skur, Expedition 33 sell 3.3 million copies in 33 days. In 33 fucking days. 3.3 million copies, and only with a dev team of 30. And you know the fucking dev team on this, and Kepler, is they probably gonna have a good relationship with Xbox. And most likely when they make their next fucking game, they're gonna say, hey, you know what? Xbox really did treat us really good. They promoted our game. They didn't kind of like they didn't block the game being sold across all platforms. They put it on PlayStation 5, they put it on PC, they put it on Xbox. All they ask them is say, hey, can you just put it on Game Pass? That's it. You can put it across everywhere else, and we'll help you to fund the game, and we'll promote it for you. Oh, okay, cool. No problem. Here's the check, and do it. And guess what? Look at this. Fucking success. That's a success right there. And I guarantee you they're going to be working more closely together. That's called building a fucking relationship and having a outside indie studio or upcoming fucking studio to build a relationship to publish on your fucking platform. And Sony doing the same stupid shit. It's laughable. This is laughable. This is a fucking joke. It's laughable. Another L for PlayStation. Fucking ridiculous. And then look at this. Now they worried about MAUs now. Yeah, you worried about MAUs. How you gonna get MAUs and this while you're screwing people over? You're screwing the upcoming dev, and you're hurting their reputation, because guess what? All those 170 fucking countries are going after Arrowhead and saying, yo, what the fuck? Why did you block our fucking game? Yo, man, it's not me, man, it's Sony, but we're trying to working on it. Yo, what the fuck, man? They're gonna be upset. They don't care who it is. If it's Arrowhead and they put out this game and you're blocking my shit from playing this game in my country, I'm going after you. And Arrowhead is taking the heat, not fucking PlayStation. And PlayStation should be taking the fucking heat for that stupid shit. Fuck, man. This is how you know PlayStation is really fucking broke. I don't give a fuck how much billions of dollars here. Meanwhile, you keep on fucking up here. You're making yourself look like a clown. And then when Xbox do its thing, they're building a relationship. They're not going to have no problems or issues. And guess what? Kepler and that fucking devs are going to say, hey, you know what? Microsoft did really good on us. Hey, maybe when we do the next Expedition game, whatever, or whatever, we going to, maybe make a contact with Xbox and see if they can help us out again. Get some more dev team. We can make more money. We can do this. Sorry, Sony just doing stupid shit. And then we can see right here. Look at this. We can see it right here. World's first class franchises. Yeah, world's first class franchises right here. Astrobot, good. Ratchet and Clank, okay. We've seen Ratchet and Clank to death. Wolverine was leaked and was playable, and now they gotta redo the whole game again. Intergalactic, meh. Sorrows, meh. Lost Odyssey, meh. Okay. Horizon West, meh. God of War Ragnarok, meh. And Gran Turismo 7, boring. Astrobot, okay, it's fun. whatever. Didn't make a lot of sales. Spider-Man 2, disappointment. It's not as good as Spider-Man 1. Yeah, first world-class fucking games, right? World-class first franchises. So, yeah. Rich narrative experience. This right here, they need to stop. There's too many narrative-driven fucking games. Even just going back to that fucking thing right here. Narrative-driven. Okay, most of this shit is narrative-driven. The only one that's fun is like Astrobot. You might could say maybe Sorrows. Maybe this. But most of this is like narrative-driven. Like some of those shits is not fun. Maybe this one is fun. This is okay. This is fun. Fun. Maybe fun. Boring to me, but it could be fun for somebody else. But most of this shit is narrative driven. They need to stop. That's another eye opener because there's just too many narrative driven games. Make fun games that people want to fucking play. I don't know, like an open world racing game, first person RPG game, open world. First person shooter game with multiplayer. Is that so hard to ask? I'm just saying, man. It's just getting to the point where it's just getting. Turn on this AC on because it's getting hot as hell. But you know what I'm saying? It's just what are we fucking doing? Like when are we gonna start seeing some really some fun games? Like they're looking for like this game, you know, like these games are looking fun, they look good. Like this game, Outer Worlds 2, say as you will about Outer Worlds 2 price, but let me tell you something, that game is way more fun, so much replay value. Go anywhere in that hub world, make choices, do whatever the fuck you want. You can be whoever you want, you can have different companions with you or without you. Is really is up to you how you want to play the game, and that's what I like. You know, shit like that. I don't mind cool games like this, like, you know, whatever, you know, Dawn Walker or story narrative driven game like Indiana Jones. I don't mind those, but have a balance for Christ's sakes. It's just so unbalanced over there. It's ridiculous. It is fucking ridiculous how unbalanced that their games are. Like, it's just so unbalanced. There is no like AA games on here. It's just all AAA. Like, maybe this game was a AA game. And I don't even think even this game was a AAA. Most of these games are all AAA except for Astrobot. Astrobot is probably like a AA game. Everything else is triple. They need to have a good balance. It's crazy. And it's just the list of games is just not even that good. Growing live service compatibility. They need to stop. That live service shit, you canceled 10 live service games. Oh my god. Marathon delayed indefinitely. PlayStation paid $3.6 billion, 3.8 something billion dollars for that studio. It's like, oh. And Marathon got delayed indefinitely. It was supposed to be playing out right next to, I think it was Gears of War. Yeah, it was supposed to come out like in September, around next month, right after this game drops. So when this game drops, right after, it's supposed to be Marathon, and this is coming out in August, and that was supposed to be a release date. And I already made a video about that. I roasted the hell out of that fucking shit from hell and back. I roasted the fuck out of that shit. It's crazy. I can't believe I didn't even get that much likes on that video too. Cause I roasted the fuck out of that game. Where is it? Yep, right here. This Marathon Concord 2.0, I roasted the hell out of that shit. Oh my god. And I knew it was gonna get either delayed or canceled. Like one of those gonna have to give, because that shit did not look ready. This Starfield put this game to shame. Starfield alone put this fucking Marathon game to shame. If you putting out this game Marathon and Starfield got more details and better environments than even this, oh my god. And that's running on the Creation 2 engine. You gotta stop. You gotta fucking stop. Sony, just stop. You have canceled 10 live service games, and then that Concord fiasco where you lost $400 million loss on that. Shit is fucking insane. Stop the live service, please. Because you just keep on losing money. Look, if you want to do a live service game, right, and you want to put games, okay, like I was saying before, if they would have done an open, listen to me real quick, just hear me out, humor me for a minute, especially for these PlayStation fucking fanboys out there, humor me for a minute, okay, don't click off the video yet, just stick with me for a minute, let me explain something to you, okay, humor me for a minute. Now, if they want a live service game, right, and you want it to be successful, and they want to make money, the simplest way to do that is to make an open world racing game, put it, pay for car packs, and just put half the cars that's already in there. Just like how they did the spin-off with they already have the fucking foundation. They already have the foundation. They already have the foundation in Gran Turismo 7. Take that foundation, cut the cars in half, right? Just put JDM cars. You don't have to put super hyper link super cars. You don't have to put none of that garbage in there. Just put some regular cars, JDM cars, some high-end cars like Ferraris and stuff like that, Lamborghinis and stuff. Have a good list of cars, right? It doesn't have to be the whole list. Just put a good list. Make an open world environment, right? You can still use the same graphics that you did in Gran Turismo 7. It's perfectly fine. Just let the person to customize the car. They can drive around on the map and stuff like that. And all you have to do is just put a highway system. And that's it. Put some races here and there. It doesn't have to be a lot. You don't have to make 200 fucking races, 300 fucking races. Put at least about 100. You could put 75. 75 is more than enough. You want to put maybe like 25 races here or 150 races over here, do that. You want to put 25 over here, 30 over here, 30 on this event, do that. That's perfectly fine. You want to divide it and earn credits and stuff like that, and let them be able to earn credits in the world. They're doing drifting, doing points, they're earning credits as they go, as they're playing the game and whatever they do, and earning whatever, and then they can buy the car whatever they want. And they can enjoy themselves and have fun, just like Forza Horizon 5. This is what I'm fucking saying, man. If Forza Horizon 5 is on the top chart, and pretty much it is like a live service game, if you want to believe it or not, but it really is. You paying for DLC, you're paying for car packs, and it's an open world environment. You meet up with your friends, you race, and you enjoy yourself. And if you want to pay for the DLC, you can. You don't want to, you don't have to. Why is Sony ain't doing shit like that? They don't have to do it for GT7, but if you're gonna make an open world racing game, which is 10 times more popular than Forza Motorsport and Gran Turismo 7, I don't know what the fuck are they doing. I truly do not understand what is PlayStation is fucking doing. Like, if you want to make a live service game, do something like that. Make the game fun, make the game enjoyable, put like half the car rosters and charge them for DLC for some of those car packs. Like say, hey, we got a car pack right here, and charge like a what, like $5 for maybe like 4 cars or four to 5 cars at least 4 to 5 cars for $5. And as long as it's a good car pack, like hey, here's a JDM car pack, here's JDM car pack 2, here's Italian car pack 1, Italian car pack 2, whatever, you know, like if you do something like that, and then you could sell each individual cars, maybe like it's like $1, $2 or so. Maybe they don't want to buy the car pack, they just only want 1 or 2 of those cars out of the car pack, and that's perfectly fine. Sold them separately. What the fuck, man? It's like, Jesus Christ, bro. It's like how, it's like, why you cannot make fucking money? I just don't understand. And it's easy and it's simple. You make the game world fun. It is open world. You let people do whatever the fuck they want. And if you're dropping DLC and expanding map packs, they'll pay for it. Put the car packs for like $4 or $5 and you're getting 4 to 5 cars. Cool. Nobody ain't gonna be fucking complaining about it. Oh my god. Okay, and then right here, the last thing right here, it says on consoles and beyond. This is just letting you know, like they're saying the quiet part out loud, that they are going to expand outside of the console. So when PlayStation 6 comes around, they're not just going to be like, yeah, we'll keep dropping games on PlayStation 5, maybe on PlayStation 4, but we also going to drop games on PC and on the Nintendo Switch. So they're going to be expanding just as much as Xbox has already expanded. Xbox has already expanded and they already set up shop. PlayStation has barely even set up a tent. They didn't even set up the tent. They still gotta find a place to park and to set up, and then they keep fucking up. I don't understand. And you can see right here the studio business. I really have to really go over this. Let me see. There was another thing too that really pops up to me. Okay, yeah. So is this one and this one right here, bro? Like this one. Bro, this list is terrible. This list is fucking terrible. All right, let's start this bullshit. Okay, so basically, right? All right, so basically, single player. Okay, this right here, that's perfectly fine. This right here, why the fuck is this here? Put Fire Stripe over there. Put Blue Point over here. Gorilla should be over here. Sony Bend Studios over here. And Polyphony over here. These 4 should be in here. This should be over there. Everything else, I could care less. And then look at this. And this is where I was saying about this. And our ongoing partnership with additional studios. Right? Kojima Production, Arrowhead. You already fucked Arrowhead. And not only you fucked up Arrowhead, guess who else you fucked up with? Guess who else? Stellar Blade. Because remember in my last video, I said Stellar Blade was about to get the same treatment, just like how Helldivers is getting that same treatment. And Stellar Blade also said that their next game is going to be funded and is going to be multi-platform. And we're not going to see another Stellar Blade 2 anytime soon. Just like how we're not going to see another Helldivers 3 anytime soon. All thanks to who? Oh yeah, Sony, PlayStation, PSN fucking shenanigans that they keep constantly fucking up. And now since you know, thank God, I don't know, Shift Up had to go on their hands and knees and beg Sony or whatever they have to do to pay Sony off, and they finally say, fine, we'll remove the restriction for Stellar Blade so they can be sold across whatever. And sure enough, look at this, Stellar Blade sold 1 million units in 3 days on PC. And you can mostly thank the Chinese players. Yep, and Chinese players did pick this up and buy it and played it. That's for sure. And you know what? And you know what the crazy part is? The fact that when this game was exclusive on the PlayStation 5 platform, this only sold 1 million copies. Only 1 million copies on the PlayStation 5. And they had how many fucking units? 75 million console sales or whatever that's out there in the wild, and only 1 million people has brought Stellar Blade. So if this game was at multi-plat, if this was a multi-plat game, they would have made their money back and then some. Sometimes I wonder to myself, like, why are they keep on doing this shit? Let me just go to this video real quick, because I want to show you in this one right here, because, like, again, I did talk about this as well. I think it was... right here. Because I want to show this article, because I can't find the article. Right? But you can clearly see it. Right? You see it? Stellar Blade PC blocked on Steam in over 120 countries, surprising even its developer. And they also said that they're also making in development in another game. They're making another game. Right? They're doing that, and this time they said, no, we're going to fund this game ourselves without Sony's help. This is going to be a multi-platform game. Because you know why? Because of shit like what fucking Sony's doing right here. They had to beg, hands and knees, and just so they this is the most craziest, wildest shit ever. See the look on my fucking face? That would be the look of me as a customer being like, are you fucking serious, Sony? Like, you keep doing this dumb shit? So I'm not making it up. So basically, that problem has been resolved, and now they're selling well above their weight. So basically, they could have been basically on par with Expedition 33 selling 3.3 million. They probably would have. Stellar Blade could have possibly, if Stellar Blade was still a multi-platform from the beginning, and they did not take the Sony deal, basically Shift Up would have made 10 times more money than taking the PlayStation first party exclusive deal. That's the crazy part. And they could have easily surpassed even they could have surpassed Expedition 33 fucking sales. In 33 days, 3.3 million. Look, if this was multi-platform and they sold what? How many? They sold 1 million units in 3 days. So then that means that basically they would have been on track. They could have easily probably been on the same track as Expedition 33, or they could have done even more if it was sold on Xbox as well. Not even talking about Game Pass, just on Xbox. It's like, this is why this generation moving forward, each and every generation coming up, most of these developers are going more and more multi-plat, and they're not taking the PlayStation first party or any whatever deal if it doesn't benefit the developers and the dev team of their time and their money. They're not doing it anymore. Shift Up has learned this, and their next game is going to be multi-plat, and that's finalized. That's in the works, is in development, and that's the same way for even Arrowhead Studios. With Helldivers 2 and Helldivers 3 is probably going to be put on the back burner shelf for a while, and they're going to make their next game is going to be a multi-plat game. And they're not taking the stupid PSN shenanigan bullshit. They want to make sure that this game is going to reach across as many people across in many countries as they possibly can. They're not going to handicap themselves or leave money out on the table, just like what Sony is doing. And you know Sony did something fucking stupid, because if you look over here on this side, guess what they're fucking doing? Sony appears to be removing regional restriction on their Steam/PC games. God of War Ragnarok, The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered, Spider-Man 2, Helldivers 2, which is too little too late, because like again, this is too little too late, because we already see that they are moving on. And then this is the bullshit that they're talking about here. And you putting Arrowhead, that's disrespectful. As a matter of fact, Arrowhead just clapped back and say, yeah, we're not making no fucking Helldivers 3 anytime soon, so don't expect that it's going to be dropping on your PlayStation fucking 6 at launch. If they would have done, if fucking Sony and PlayStation would have played their cards right, they probably would have had Helldivers 3 at launch at PlayStation 6. And then they fucking talking about, oh yeah, PlayStation is on top of the mindset. You see how much shit that I'm digging up, that PlayStation has so many fucking problems and issues. Xbox ain't got shit right now. You could sit here and argue and say, look, you want to say an L about Xbox is raising console prices? Fine, that's an L. You want to say something? Go right ahead. I'm not denying that. That's fucking true. Raising game prices to $80? Okay. You want to say some shit about that? You want to count that as an L? Perfectly fine. I got nothing against that. You can tell what L's are really are. But Xbox is getting more W's than L's. Meanwhile, PlayStation is barely getting any W's. They're barely getting W's. They're taking more L's than anything. They're taking more L's than God knows when. God knows. It's just like, why? Why are we in this situation? Fucking ridiculous. They need to stop. But I'm glad that they're removing it, because they know they're gonna need that fucking money. Because when PlayStation 6 ain't gonna be no joke, because you already know this shit right here. They announcing that they're making next gen console is gonna be a PC hybrid. This right here is gonna have Steam and other storefronts, and that PC hybrid console is gonna have Steam and other storefronts too, not just Xbox and Windows Store. So PlayStation 6 is on top of their mind, yeah. Because you better get up on your shit, because right here, this shit right here ain't looking good, and the amount of studios that they have, it is pale in comparison to Sony, to Microsoft and Xbox. Pale in comparison. Even though this is old and some studios got shut down, no matter what, bro, look, the amount of studios, it is pale in comparison to this. 75 million console sales. They're earning how much again? How many billions of fucking dollars? All of these billions and billions of fucking dollars, right? All of these billions and billions of dollars. Billions with a B, right? All these billions and billions of dollars. This, that, live service, all this bullshit. All this hardware, this, that. Look at this. This right here is a terrible lineup. This doesn't even make any fucking sense. Why do you... This makes sense to this point. This right here, put that motherfucker over there. Put Blue Point up to here, while you should have been doing the 20th anniversary of God of War. should be maybe remaking and remastering God of War 1, 2, and 3, and also the spin-off games that was on the PSP and Vita. And also putting and throwing in their God of War extension in a complete package. And if you was charging that shit for $80, I wouldn't be complaining. I don't think nobody will be complaining. If you was getting God of War 1, 2, and 3 fully remastered, plus including the spin-off games of God of War, and they throw in God of War extension, and then Blue Point was doing it, and they say, hey, we're charging it for $80, nobody will be fucking complaining about it. For the 20th anniversary, nobody will be complaining. So it's like, you know, what the hell? This is crazy. And then look at this. Annual tempo releases. So, and that's another thing too. That is another thing too. The fact that they are good. PlayStation plans to release a major single player game every year from 2025 onward. This is fucking crazy. This is wild. I'm telling you right now, bro, this is wild. This is wild. I was listening to BitCloud talking about this shit. Oh my god. Forza Horizon Forbidden West, okay. God of War, Spider-Man 2 was disappointment. Astrobot is a fun game, didn't sell a lot. Ghost Coyote, you announcing it at your state of play within an announcement while you should have been showing gameplay. But no. Death Stranding 2, okay, fine. Intergalactic with Neil Cuckman and Wolverine, we haven't heard of people. What are we doing? What the fuck is Sony doing, man? I'm telling you right now, man. I'm telling you right now. All that bullshit of they got billions and billions of dollars. Look at this. Billions and billions of dollars. You see it. You see it, and they're raising Game Pass price. But okay, and I'll add like this, right? They're also going to be raising Xbox Game Pass prices, and PS Plus is going to be raising the prices again too. They're both doing it. But here's the deal. I'm getting all of these fucking games, and I'm not even paying $80 for this shit. And then if I want to get the game, guess what? I'm going to get it on fucking Steam and get it on sale. When it's on sale, I can buy these games that's on sale. Look, I can pick up this game, $20, $13. That's cool. Look at this. That of course is $8. That's an easy pickup. Like, bro, I can probably get 10 to 15 games easily for $100. I could probably even get 8 games for $100. 5 to 8 games, AAA, AA games, indie games for $8. I just gotta wait for a sale on Steam, and that's coming up next week. That's literally fucking a week away. Like next week. This coming up this week, actually. It's coming up this fucking week. And look, I got Game Pass and I'm only paying $11.99. Even if they raise up the price, guess what? It's still valuable. I'm getting all these games. I'm getting first party games, second party game deals. What the fuck? I'm getting this game. I never heard about this game. I just saw the game in the trailer. Hey, it looks cool. I'm gonna play this game. When it launched, I want to download it and play it. And if I like the game that much, I'll get it. Xbox is getting W's. Meanwhile, PlayStation is not. They're getting L's. They're getting fucking L's. Look at this. Look at this. You go all the way up here. Wait. Did I pass it? Where was their little sales shit? Let me go see. Right. Yep, right here. Look. All the billions. the billions and billions of dollars, all this money and all this bullshit. All of this shit right here, right? And then you scroll down, and knowing that they're raising the prices for PS Plus service, they're raising that too. They're raising that, and then they talking about the content is up to here. The content is way down here. Most of that shit is third party. Raising prices, less games. You got less studio. This is even less studios. Comparing to PlayStation studios, like first party studios that they had before, was a bigger lineup than what they have right now. It's crazy. It's even less. It's even less. It's even less. And they're raising prices. And guess what? They're putting out one tentpole franchises each and every year. All the hundreds and billions of fucking dollars. Billions of dollars. Yeah. And you know why? And going back to here, you know why they're removing these restrictions? Because people are, guess what? They're not fucking buying the game on PC. It's too much of a headache. It's too much of a problem. And people are just like, oh, well, I guess Sony don't want my money. I guess I'll go somewhere else. Pale in comparison. If Xbox is just dropping fucking games, boom, 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 boom. They putting out more game output. They putting out more games than what PlayStation is putting out games in their tentpole titles. Look at it. This is the tentpole titles. Here's their tentpole titles. Here's their titles. Here, they're putting out more games and funding games that people want to fucking play. Gamers want to fucking have fun and play. What the fuck, Sony, are you doing? What are you doing? Stupid shit. All the time. Stupid shit. Ridiculous. It's ridiculous and it's embarrassing. Can't argue. You can't argue with me on this. What the fuck are you gonna say? What are you gonna say about this? What are you gonna say about this? They wasted a whole bunch of money on Bungie. They're starting a new king called Team LFG. So when Bungie gets dissolved or gets shut down, those teams are going to move to Team LFG. And I already made a video covering about that. I wouldn't be shocked or surprised. And in Fair Games, their live service, that live service game is probably most likely going to get canceled. Because nobody gives a fuck about that game. Sony, what are we doing? Sony, what the fuck are you doing, man? This right here is a no go. No winner. Blue Point should be up here. Crazy. All that money, all that wasted bullshit, and don't even have a plan. The mismanaging studios are still continuing on. Not only within house, but even outside, like Arrowhead. Shift Up. Fucking Square Enix. The mismanagement is still ongoing. That's why I'm telling you, man. I go hard on Sony because this right here is not the Sony that I wanted to see. I wanted to see the Sony from PlayStation 4 generation to build up and do better. And make better games and more variety of games. Hey, yeah, we did some cinematic games, but we're going to introduce some more multiplayer games. We're going to introduce some more first-person shooter games. Here's some of these games, too. We also got some RPGs coming down in the pipeline. They got something like that. I wouldn't be arguing and complaining. I'll be praising them. Say, hey, this game looks really good. Cool. And you know what? Even in their showcase, right? I even praise about that Token fighting game. It was really, really good. But even I gotta tell these fucking trolls, man, that's just one step in that direction. It's just one step in that direction. They got a long way to go. You can't say, oh, yo, man, this fighting game is going to make me go out there and get a PlayStation fucking 5. That's not how it works. If Sony says, hey, we got some variety of games here, we got this, we got first-person shooters, we got this, then I might consider saying, hey, maybe I should get a PlayStation 6. You know, if they're investing in their security and their software, hey, I haven't heard Sony's next generation console hasn't been hacked or leaked during the course of this generation, during the course of 8 generations. So it seems to me that they are investing heavily with their billions of fucking dollars in their security. Maybe I might decide maybe I should go try maybe 1 or 2 PlayStation games now. You know, I'm starting to see that they are willing to make the effort to put out games, but the output of their games is ridiculous. It's garbage. And then meanwhile, just Xbox just dropping games. Drop. Like they're just making money. They're just dropping games, man. This is crazy. Drop. This game drop. Like look at this. It's crazy. Reloaded. Boom. And that's beta. That's gonna be coming out in August 8th. Bro, this shit is crazy, bro. This shit is fucking crazy. Look at this, another Xbox game. PlayStation needs to step up. I'm telling you right now, like these third parties, including Xbox, they are literally is more popular and they're dominating the platform. Meanwhile, PlayStation is just serving you less and less, but then they're charging you more. They charge you more for less content. That's what they're doing. They're charging you more. They're charging you more for less content. This is less. There's not even a double A. There, you know what it should have been? Should have been a like 2, 3, 4 boxes. Like here in this first quarter, 1, 2, 3 boxes. Here's 2 AA games, 1 AAA title. Here is 2 AAA titles, 1 AA game. Here's maybe like quarter 3, but they might say here's 3 AA games. That's fine. Even if 1 quarter or whatever, like next year, whatever physical year, is got 3 AA games from PlayStation, they're still made by PlayStation. Long as those games are fun and enjoyable to play, I don't give a fuck if it's AA games. Long as they dropping fucking games that people are gonna get and fucking engage. Do that. Like, oh God, bro. It's absolutely ridiculous. There's no excuse. This live service shit needs to stop. Helldivers 2, there's not gonna be a Helldivers 3 anytime soon. Destiny 2, I don't know why the fuck is this on this fucking thing. They haven't even supported nor care about Destiny at all. The Destiny 2 been out long before even Sony even purchased that shit. I want to know, are they gonna make Destiny 3? But in the meantime, they're making Marathon, and that got fucking delayed indefinitely. And this one right here is upcoming fair game. Who wants to play a monkey with the purple shit? Bro, this right here is wild. Strong early engagement for Bungie, bold and innovative new titles. This is not innovative. Bitch, I made a video about this shit, bro. This shit is crazy. Yo, you gotta go watch that video. That shit is so funny. Comparing this shit to fucking Starfield is absolutely embarrassing. Starfield looks 10 times better than this. Even Starfield guns and weapons in that one is better than Marathon's. Oh my god. The only one that's good was Helldivers 2. But they fucked that up because of what? Oh wait, we want MAUs. Yeah, and you was blocking how many? And now all of a sudden you turn it around and you're removing it, right? Now it's okay. So those regions that you were blocking, now it's okay to go buy the game now. Yeah, too little, too late. Too little, too fucking late. Look at this. Tracking record, growing IP franchises. Yeah, where's the remakes for these 3 games? Why is this right here? Why is God of War sitting down here while this should be remade by Blue Point. Look at how many Gran Turismo games. Where's the open world Gran Turismo? They should be having like an indent in here and say, here's a spin-off. Here's like whatever. They don't even put Gran Turismo Sport on here, which is shocking. Why? And then look at his Destiny. Like, bitch, you did not fund any of this shit. You didn't even funded the first Destiny game, nor Destiny 2, nor any of this shit until now. Until whatever that reaches purchase, then you started funding it. But you never did shit with the first Destiny. You never funded it nor care about it. And look at this, Last of Us, and look at this, remakes and remasters. Uncharted. Where's Uncharted 5? Nowhere to be found. Horizons. This shit is crazy. And this is laughable too. Look at this. Look at this. Ghost of Tsushima, right? Which is cool. They're gonna do an animation. Cool. I'm down for that. Until Dawn. Ugh. Gran Turismo. Ugh. Uncharted. The movie was trash. The game is good. Look at this. This is what they're doing. They're just expanding to the movie business. Look at this. The Last of Us. Last of Us Season 1. Good. Last of Us. Whatever, part 2, not so good. Look at this, Twisted Metal, and they're gonna have a second season of this. They haven't even made a game. They still showing the old Twisted Metal game. Oh my god. And they canceled it too. Why the fuck is this shit is on this slide? Bro, this is crazy. So what, that means is it confirmed that they still working on Twisted Metal? Are they bringing that to the dead, or they really did cancel it? Because they canceled it. So I'm like, we're not going to see a Twisted Metal at all. So why the fuck is this? Why the fuck is this game is right here? You can't even get access to this game anyway. There's not even a new game for this anyway. The fuck? All these games are like either like whatever. Like they had like this one new, this one been out. This one been a long time. Uncharted been around. Last of Us been around. Where the fuck is Twisted Metal? You got a new whatever, but you don't even have it a new game. I'm shocked they didn't even put the. And I guarantee you, they would have put the Days Gone and say, yeah, we're making Days Gone a TV show, but we're not making a new game, but the remaster. So fucked up. That is so fucked up. All right, well. I might have to go through all of this and listen to this probably when I'm on vacation. Probably just sit, listen through it a couple of times, take some notes, and then we can go over it and stuff. I just wanted to go skim through it quickly, but this shit is embarrassing. And yeah, soon we're gonna start wrapping it up right here. Last couple of ones right here, and we can already see right here with PlayStation Lifestyle. Wanted to point this up right here. PlayStation Showcase 2025 updates leaves fans disappointed. Oh yeah, they are disappointed. I will be very disappointed, especially if I was a hardcore PlayStation fan. I'll be really disappointed. I'll be like, this is not good. These are not games that I want to see. Like, where's all the fun games? That's what I'll be fucking saying. Like, yo, where's all the fun games? Where's all the first-person shooter games? Where's all these games? Like, yes. Xbox is dropping more games than anything else. Insider claims that Sony has settled on state of play presentations instead of a PlayStation Showcase. And they also got rid of PlayStation Stars too. That's crazy. I'm telling you, man, it's just I already know, and we're actually seeing that shit for real. Like a lot of these PlayStation fans right now, or that has the platform right now, they're very disappointed. Like these games are they're just not living it up. Like yo, the games that Microsoft is fucking dropping is crazy. Look at this, just on Game Pass alone, and you can still buy these games too on here or even on Steam. And these games are way more fun to play and enjoy than what fucking Sony is putting out. I get about Gears of War Reloaded because we already played it, right? But that's perfectly fine. We already know they're working on Gears of War E-Day, so let them cook. If it's not ready this year, it might be ready next year, and that's perfectly fine. We have plenty of time. There's too many games on here for me to be playing, and I'm still currently. There's a fucking shit ton of games. Motherfucker, like Xbox and the Xbox community over there, they're just eating good. They are eating so welly good right now. They don't give a fuck about PlayStation or their bullshit over there or any of those fucking fanboys. They don't give a fuck because look at this. They're eating good each and every month. That's gonna be coming up in the next couple of months. They're eating fucking good. They're eating good this summer, and they're gonna have a really nice fall and winter season, and they're gonna be eating it up so good. They're eating it, and it's good. Like the lineup on here, the amount of games, like games just dropped, like Rematch just dropped here. Shit, you can pick it up on Steam or you can just play it right here, right now. And I think this is even on sale. This is crazy. The amount of games and content that you're getting on Game Pass is crazy. And the games that are jumping is uncomparable. So I can understand why PlayStation, some of those fans are disappointed. I feel their pain. Because like they want to hear the same thing. They want to hear PlayStation coming out, hey, we got these really great games that we're dropping. We're dropping 2 AA games. Boom, boom, boom. Here's this AAA game. Bam. Here's this game coming out. Boom. We have put this game and this game. We talked to Capcom. We have them to do Onimusha, and we're gonna put it on the game, the classic catalog. So if you want to download it right now and play it, you can go right ahead and do so. Cool. I'm paying for a service for 18 whatever 99 a month, and I can play Onimusha 1 and 2 on there, and I'm already paying for the service. Cool. I get to play the game and enjoy myself. It's not a demo. That's what the fuck most of these PlayStation fans, they want to hear and talk about. They want to hear about, like, hey, you know what, PlayStation, yeah, we're gonna be dropping our own whatever their own handheld, and we're gonna be partnering up with the Legion Go. I guarantee you, if that ever did happen, bro, no PlayStation fan will be fucking complaining, and everybody gonna say, look, it's a PlayStation. Okay, and that's perfectly fine. And Xbox will be saying, yeah, that's a PlayStation handheld partner with the Legion Go. That's perfectly fine. It's a PlayStation handheld. Nobody will be sitting there denying, crying, and all this whimper bullshit, because PlayStation partnered with Legion Go. They made a handheld together, and it's a PlayStation handheld. That's perfectly fine. Nobody's not gonna fucking complain about shit like that. Nobody's gonna be up in arms and be in a tizzy. Okay, nobody wouldn't care. Great. They should have a handheld. Just like if Xbox is getting a handheld like this, PlayStation should be getting a fucking handheld. Just maybe not like this, but whatever design, whatever way they want to do, they deserve a handheld too, and should be able to play and download God of War games and on the go. It shouldn't be not a fucking problem. I don't know what the fuck is Sony's doing, or PlayStation. What the fuck are they waiting for? Because the competition is here and now, and Xbox is fucking dominating. So I can understand why PlayStation fans are fucking disappointed. Look at this, even on screen right here. PlayStation 2025 lineup is looking lackluster, and Xbox and only Xbox best exclusive can save it. Oh yeah, because I'm gonna tell you right now, a lot of people wanted a Valve. Whether you like it or you don't, I'm gonna just tell you right now, and I'm not even joking. I am not even joking. Hold on, let me see if I can find it on here on Nexus. I gotta show you this shit before I get out of here. I gotta show you this shit. This shit is wild. Let me see. I'm trying to look for it right now. I'm gonna look for it, because this is wild. I couldn't even believe this. User interface, no talking. Yep, right here. You think I'm playing? I'm not even joking. Like, look, hold on. Let me copy the link now. I found it. Let me put it right here. I'm not even joking with you, yo. You just think this is funny. And I hope Mr. Din is looking at this. I'm not even joking with you. Look at this. A Valve PlayStation Studio splash screen. I'm not even joking. This is not even a joke. This is for real. Someone on PC that's a PlayStation fan is doing this. Look. Even if, let's say, if I downloaded any one of these PlayStation games way later on in the future, who knows? It might change. Maybe PlayStation might turn things around and PlayStation might be really good again. I don't know. We gotta wait and see. But let's just say, hypothetically speaking, I'm on PC and let's say I downloaded Astrobot, right? Let's say I downloaded it. I'm gonna play it, right? Now, I am not a petty person and be like, okay, I got an Xbox controller and I'm playing it, and then the splash screen says PlayStation. It's like, I'm not petty being like, yo, it gotta be an Xbox. I'm gonna, it's like, nobody in the Xbox and PC community in general will be that petty. This is PlayStation fucking demented fucking fanboys are being this fucking petty. A Valve PlayStation Studio splash screen. This is a real thing. This is a real mod that you could download and play this shit. Now, if Mr. Shout out to Mr. Din. Now, when he sees this shit, he knows that I'm not making this shit up. This is not making up shit. Look how many people fucking. Look how many views it see. This is crazy. This is not even a joke. And then they made a video about this shit too. Look. I'm gonna mute this shit. I'm not even joking. Starting up a Valve. It's fucking hilarious. Not even joking. This is a real mod that you can download this shit right now. If you got a Valve, you can do this. Look. Oh my fucking god. Yo, this is not even a joke. That is crazy. That is crazy. Look at this. Look at this. Damn. PlayStation fangirls really coping right now. Isn't the remaster station like, look. Oh, no way. No new remaster. I saw this and my first thought was, how people gonna be mad at this. Was not disappointed. I mean, look, it's not disappointing. It's just funny. This is just like, god damn, you really are this petty? Like, even if I downloaded a like Astrobot, I wouldn't throw the splash screen logo of fucking Xbox and say, yo, Xbox made Astrobot. That Xbox should be in our platform, like, and put up a splash screen. Like, I am not fucking petty. Nor that fucking ignorant. Like, so favorite plastic box. There are no games to display. Oh my god, this is the most stupidest mod I've ever seen here. How can someone be so freaking mad at Xbox logo to make an entire entry mod to replace it by the PlayStation 1? Yeah. Now make this mod for Spider-Man 2 with the Xbox logo. I don't even think Xbox fans will be that petty. And they're really not petty, yo. They're playing games more than they're worried about a fucking splash screen logo. But hey, someone, hey, shout out to that fucking dude. Shout out to that fucking dude, man. Hold on. Shout out to him. Shout out to this fucking dude over here. Shout out to you. Shout out to you with these little PlayStation fans over here with this Nexus mod shit doing a whole damn splash screen for a Valve. This is crazy. Shout out to the PlayStation fanboy communities over there, bro. Shout out to y'all doing this crazy shit. See, I wouldn't even do that in Spider-Man 2. In Spider-Man 2, if I downloaded the game, I'm perfectly fine with the logo. Like, okay, Sony logo pops up. Cool, okay, I'm not mad. I'm just here to play Spider-Man 2. Wait, I'm waiting for a mod that will let me redo my characters instead of we get this. Yep, yeah, we get this. Metric scores. I don't know why people are mad. It's hilarious. 10 out of 10 of Valve is finally playable. I don't think nobody's mad. I think it's just fucking ridiculous. Like, why? Why are you doing this? It's so petty. Oh shit, yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, hey, Mr. Dent, shout out to you. At least you know now the game is playable now. So you could download this mod, Mr. Dent, and play a Valve just like I have. It's not a 10 out of 10 experience no more. It's not a 6 out of 10 or a 0 out of 10. Now it's a 10 out of 10 with the PlayStation logo seal of approval. Bro, you can play that game now. I bet you Mr. Den is gonna do that shit too. He's like, yeah, let me go download that shit. Shout out to you and all your PlayStation little fanboys over there, bro. Shit is crazy. Shit is wild, bro. Shit is wild. Shit is wild. And it looking lackluster, of course it does. They really do. They really look lackluster. And last but not least, to wrap this up, the God of War spin-off, the popular PlayStation franchises has reportedly been delayed till 2026. So basically, they're gonna do a 2D Castlevania style, which I don't mind that. I gotta see how the gameplay looks when it comes out. I don't know how it's going to be, but if it's 2D.5, I don't know if it's gonna be like the original how it was. If they go back to the original God of War 1, 2, and 3. During the PlayStation 2 and 3 generation God of War, that would be really nice. I think that would be really, really good. But if it's just a Castlevania 2D side-scroller God of War, I wouldn't be too happy about that. But I heard that the next God of War sequel is gonna set in Egypt. Fine. It's gonna be another one of those cinematic games experience, you know. Hopefully it's not a father and son thing. Come on. Please stop with the father and son thing. Just want to move on from that. But if that's the case, then that's perfectly fine. And again, please, for the love of God, Sony, please. Please get Bluepoint and all of these 4 studios right here. Put them onto the single player. Get Bluepoint to do a remake and remaster the original God of War 1, 2, and 3. Don't touch it. Don't try to change anything. Just update it with better graphics, better visuals. Keep the same gameplay how it is. Do the spin-offs as well and throw in God of War extension and sell it for $80. You be perfectly fine. That's the biggest fucking W you could ever do, Sony. Please do. Okay, please. I'm begging you. Come on. Sony's been taking too many L's and they're not getting enough W's because this is getting really, really ridiculous. Okay? But yeah, so this God of War game is getting delayed, which is perfectly fine. I wouldn't be surprised if the next God of War game is not going to be released until PlayStation 6. Most likely could be one of those like tentpole titles, first to release on there and stuff. So yeah. But that's pretty much all what I got for you guys right now. That's pretty much the recap. So far the situation looking like again, Xbox is looking really good right now. Sure, you might say there might be a couple of L's, 1 or 2, maybe 3 L's, but they're taking a lot of big W's. There's a lot of really cool things that are dropping. Again, they're dropping the handheld. Games are dropped. They're just dropping games. Boom, 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 boom. I got so many games right now that I'm playing. Right, I'm happy with the lineup that I'm getting. Like, I'm getting all of these great games on Game Pass. I'm getting these games coming up. I'm pretty good. I'm excited. Just because maybe I'm not gonna play Gears of War Reloaded, that doesn't take away from the fact of Outer Worlds 2, Ninja Gaiden 4. You got Wu Chang Fallen Feathers. Okay, I'm gonna take a look at that. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4. And then what? Doom the Dark Ages dropped not that long ago. You got Power on here, Hi-Fi Rush, Octopath Traveler. They even released Fantasia, right? Metaphor ReFantasio. That dropped on it, right? Stalker 2, I think so, right? And also Space Marine 2. Yep, look at this. Metaphor ReFantasio on Game Pass. I'm going to be playing this after when I'm done with Expedition 33. And then I'll start recording some gameplay for this when I do get a chance. But I will be getting a chance to play this game at some point. So, I'm not a fan of Atlas anyway, but hey, I'll give it a shot. I'm enjoying Expedition 33 and I'm still playing it. So, yep. Still good. I'm going to have some gameplay footage of that more. So yeah, I mean, so far Xbox is on the up and up, looking like they're going good in the right direction. Yes, they have a few bumps, but they're going up. And as far as what I can see about PlayStation, again, they're taking steps into the right direction. Again, there's some games like, again, the token fighting game was looking really good. I think that looks way better, and it's a slight edge over Marvel Invincible. Like, both of them are not like neck to neck. I will say, like, you know, Token, that fighting game exclusive that PlayStation is funding, you know, that got a slight edge over Invincible versus, but still they're both great games. There's nothing wrong with both of those games. Those games look pretty damn good and it looks a lot of fun. So I gotta give credit where credit is due. They definitely, Xbox got the slight edge over that in the fighting department, but in terms of the rest of the department, they need some work because they need to put some variety of games, because PlayStation 6 cannot be the same way how PlayStation 5 is now. They gotta cut the cinematic bullshit and they need to start pumping out fun and engaging games so you people can get in and to invest and have fun and spend money. Because if these games are not fun and they're not good and they are expensive and they're boring and these are these one and done games, story driven games, they're only gonna play it 1 to 2 times and you're charging people $80, they're not picking it up. They're not picking it up. Okay, they're playing games like again, they're playing these fucking games that are fun, that are exciting. They're playing games like this. They're playing games like, you know, and 2K. That's why he's on the top chart every fucking time. They're playing fun games, you know, like Red Dead Redemption, Grand Theft Auto 5, Power. Like, you know, they're spending money and investing in fun open world games that are fun and enjoyable. Especially if you're charging people for $80. You gotta definitely bring something to the table. Can't charge an $80 game for a cinematic experience that I'm only gonna play at one time, even though it might be 30 hours long, 40 hours long. That's just a waste of money, because guess what? I'm done with the game and I'm done playing it, and I'll never touch it again. It'd be stupid. That's why I stopped kind of buying those games. I want to buy games that I can go back, replay the game. That's why I brought Skyrim. That's why I brought Starfield. Right? These are the games that I'm going, like again, I buy Lies of P. I'm buying, you know, Stalker 2. I can see myself going back and replaying this game again and again. You know, open world game environments, you know. Sometimes, yeah, I get some little fighting games here and there, some shooter. But again, I like open world games. Cyberpunk 2077. I can see myself going back and playing this again. See myself going back playing Starfield. See myself going back playing Outer Worlds. And Outer Worlds 2 is coming out. So that's what I'm saying. Like, PlayStation portfolio needs to improve and start making games that are more engaging, open world, they're fun, and they do it in a different perspective, not third person all the time. Please put some first person shooter games, first person RPG games, and open world racing games. What are we doing? This shouldn't be rocket science. It shouldn't be that hard. Make it happen. Put some AAA titles and some AA titles. You gotta have a balance. You gotta have some balance. You know, like if you're gonna make everything a AAA game, then people are gonna have to wait for a long ass time. Nobody wants to wait that long. Make fun games like a Valve. A Valve is a AA title, and that's fine, and it's easy to beat. But guess what? You can replay that game, and it's a loads of fun. Do a different build. Do this. They're updating to have new game plus. Good. So when I played the game the first time around, I'm gonna go continue playing the game the second time around. I'm perfectly fine with that. My God. But yeah, like again, PlayStation is looking like this. They're on teeter top, but they're kind of going down. They need to get back up. They need to be up here. They need to be making their way up to the top. And hopefully they get their PlayStation 6 together, because let me tell you, they're gonna have a lot. This right here and Game bro, in the game, bro, they having a lot of competition. Not just this, third-party games too. So they got a lot of work they need to do. They got a lot of work. This right here, the countless times of mismanagement needs to stop. Mismanaging studios at Sony PlayStation right now needs to stop. Okay? Once upon a time, I know Xbox One generation has mismanaged studios as well during the Xbox One generation. Look at them now. Yes, they closed down studios and did this and this and that. But guess what? They're managing the studios and they're making fucking fun games. Just because they shut down 2-3 studios, that's nothing. They still got a shit ton of studios. It's a shit ton of studios, shit ton of games. They got relationships across the board. Even though they let go Toys of Bob's, right? They let them go, but that doesn't mean that they can't have a good relationship and say, hey, we got Banjo-Kazooie, Rare is busy, can you do something about Toys? And I'm pretty sure Toys of Bob got no fucking problems doing it. They got no problems keeping a relationship good, and also keeping their franchises in a nice, good, healthy balance, and got variety of different games. Good. This is what I like to see. They need to bring balance in the PlayStation fucking lineup. And it's absolutely fucking true. So please, I hope. I really do hope. Okay? Because they definitely do. So we're going to have to wait and see in the next couple of years what's going to happen, what's going to go down, what they're going to change. It seems to me that they're starting to kind of prepare and prep and ready for the future, but they're still stumbling. They still stumbling and mismanaging a lot of shit. They need to start really tightening up the belt and start getting some of these stuff organized in-house and where they need to be at and what are they doing. Okay? And these live service games, you guys gotta stop. You gotta start from the bottom and work your way up. You've been putting out single player games for too long. Just like how you've been lackluster in first person shooter games. That's why you can't make a first person shooter game now, because you fucking suck. Get off your ass and start making first person shooter games. You gotta start from the bottom, work your way up. Just like how these fucking live service games, you're gonna start from multiplayer, build a community, then you can say, hey, when this game gets to the mainstream and we're getting more people playing it, more of this, then you can put some live service elements to it. You can put microtransactions. You can put some of this stuff in there. Long as you make the base game and the game itself that is fun and enjoyable with quality, then you could do things like that and people don't mind paying money. I don't mind paying Forza Horizon 5 car packs. I don't mind paying Forza Horizon 5 for DLC because the game is fun. The core game and the base game is fun. You need to do that, so. Or else you're going to get left behind. Because right now, Xbox is in position to dominate you. And they already are dominating now. They're already dominating on your own platform. We already see it. We already see that they're dominating on your platform. Like, seriously. We're seeing it now. They're dominating. It's crazy. Wait, that's number 2. They're dominating on your platform. We see. So there's no excuse. There's no nothing. I hope that they're learning their lesson from the PlayStation 5 and their fuck-ups and stumbles. And hopefully they are well equipped and start preparing for PlayStation 6 and start ironing out all of their fucking mistakes, and they need to start making variety of different games and franchises and cancel these fucking live service games. Start from multiplayer, tacked on, build that up, just like again, build up a community, put it out in multiple platforms, let it grow, and then you could put some live service stuff. But you can't go from 0 to 100 and say, yeah, we're going from single player, yeah, now we're making live service. That's not how it works. That's why you're failing. You're failing. Okay? Say as you will about Helldivers 2, right? Say as you will about Helldivers 2. That means that's the only PlayStation successful. But you can even read this article right here. They're not making a Helldivers 3 anytime soon. So guess what? Don't be expecting Helldivers 3 to be launching on your PlayStation fucking 6. That's how you know they failed. So they need to get it together. I'm not fucking playing. They need to get it together. Period. I'm going hard on it. Because I'm tired of their fucking shenanigans. I'm tired of it. But anyway, that's all I got for here today. Make sure you like, share, comment, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. As always, I really do appreciate it, man. Subscribe to my channel. We're up to like 263. We're on the road to 300 subscribers. That'll be a big W. I want to at least try to get to 500 subscribers. I want to get to 500. If I can get to 500, that'd be like, yes. That'd be like a success. I will really do appreciate that. But anyway, hopefully you guys do enjoy. Hopefully this is well informed. This is just my recaps and my thoughts. And again, just a reminder, I will be doing a live stream for the Steam summer sale. So when that comes up, we'll do a live stream over the weekend, probably either on Saturday or Sunday. We'll come here. I'll do it live. You could come join me. We'll talk about some games. We'll look through some games and stuff like that. Wish list some stuff. We can probably, I'm gonna buy and purchase some games, looking through there, talking about it, sharing with you. So if you want to come by, hang out, talk about some games, talk about Game Fest, and mostly focusing on games and gameplay mechanics and stuff like that, if you want to join me, I'll be doing that. next week. So hopefully, the Steam summer sale should be starting this coming week. So it should be either this Saturday or this Sunday. I'll do a live stream. I'll post it. I'll let people know. Also, I will be making an announcement for the vacation thing next week. I'll put out a shorter video. I probably will do a short, and I'll have it pinned, and I'll let everybody know, hey, what's going on and stuff like that. About the whole vacation situation, but I want to do it closer when we get to that point. So I'm gonna just save it for next week. So I'm gonna let you guys know about that. But other than that, hopefully you guys do enjoy. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.